Chris McSwain from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Bay Street Realty Group. And here today we're talking with Tim, and this is for the blog Where the Locals Live. Today we're talking about Cat Island. So Tim's going to inform us what's it like to live here, and some of the main features that you would want to consider, and in some ways what makes Cat Island unique to the other island choices that you may have. Tim's got a great story. He has a wonderful role here to be totally informed of the most important things you need to know. So Tim, thank you so much for joining us today. And let's just jump in and tell us a little bit about your story and what brought you here to Cat Island.
Well, I'm a part of the group Resort Development Partners. RDP owns 7 golf courses around the country, Cat Island being one. We've got another one that was also a closed golf course. It was closed for a number of years, and we're restoring that one. It's up in Loudoun
Okay.
But this golf course was initially closed when we first came to town and bought this club. That was in June of 2022, and we've been restoring the golf course and renovating the clubhouse. We reopened the golf course over Memorial Day weekend of 2023. And then we opened the clubhouse over Labor Day weekend of 2023. So we're still in our infancy as far as that goes. We've been selling memberships, and we've got a good base of members so far, people that live here on Cat, and we have national members, and we have people from all around Beaufort County. So we're just growing and enjoying what we're doing.
Well, and the listeners would not understand this, but I've had the pleasure of spending some time with Tim, and Tim is a very unique talent. This is not his first rodeo, and if you don't mind, Tim, just to set the stage, because you're in charge of the golf course among many other things here, kind of give the listener a view of some of the major resorts and clubs that you've managed through the years.
Locally, I've been a PGA golf professional my whole career, since the early 80s, and locally I managed Oldfield Club, which is over in Okatee, and before that I was in the upstate of South Carolina, where I managed a club up there called Thornblade Club.
Okay.
But been all around the country with a lot of different clubs. I worked with the PGA Tour, and I've had a great career in golf.
Well, and the reason I would want to draw that out is that Tim has a vision, along with the other people in the organization that he's associated with. They chose Cat for a reason. They see a real gem here, and if you love golf, I believe you'll be well appointed and pleased with the holes here. The views are amazing. Before Tim joined, he walked all the holes, of course, to say, is this a venture I want to get into? And then there were a few of them that just really took his breath away. So golf is obviously very well done here. And Tim is the leader that makes sure that you're going to have a great experience. But not every listener is going to be as interested in golf. Walk us through some of the other amenities that the residents here on Cat really enjoy.
Well, clubs are always, they center around golf because golf is a big draw for many people.
Sure.
But what makes clubs special is the people that are here. And we've got a beautiful pool complex with a large lagoon-style pool, and we've got a kiddie pool, an adult-only pool. Beautiful cabana bar where we have live music and members can enjoy that. Our dining room here at the clubhouse has been very, very well received. Out here on this beautiful oak patio overlooking the golf course is always a fan favorite.
Oh, sure.
But everyone wants to use the club a little different, and we tell people all the time, I don't care how you use the club, whether you're playing golf, whether you're hitting balls on the range, whether you're sitting at the pool, sitting out here on the cabana. We want this to be your favorite place, and whatever you're doing, however you want to enjoy the club, make it your favorite place, and then that's where our goals are.
Well, Tim, let's talk about the people. I mean, you made I think a very pertinent point around the people here and the culture. Tell us about the residents here. I think what I understand is that people they're happy and love having a good time.
They do love to have a good time. I mean, this is not a community, not a club we're a community that really, the folks here are really comfortable in their own skin. It's such a fun place to be. We've got people that are very, very well off, enjoying with with all forms of life. I mean, there's just so many different types of people here, but nobody is a non-pretentious club, and we have a good time. Everybody gets together to enjoy drinks and laughter and music on the patio. It's a really fun, genuine place to be. I think that's the key. The members here are very genuine.
Cat is really unique in its proximity to Beaufort, so it is a sea island, but it is within 5 minutes to downtown Beaufort, or no more than 10, depending upon traffic. It's surrounded by water, beautiful area here, about 300 or so homes. Many have access to water, and there are still lots available. What other attributes of the community do you hear people talk about, Tim?
Well, I mean, overall, it's just a beautiful place to live. And, all the sea islands, we've all been blessed to be here. And this place is no different. It's the wildlife that's here, the beautiful sunsets that we see at night. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous place to live. So, there's so many nice things to do here, and one of them is just relax and enjoy.
Well, tell me, what's your favorite spot to go relax and enjoy on the island?
The 18th green is right behind us.
Okay, I didn't know that was coming.
I'm a golfer at heart, and I love to play. And
Sure.
love to hit balls on the range, but I love to sit out here when members are enjoying dinner and sit and chat with them. And being around these folks has added years to my life.
Oh, well, that's wonderful to hear. Now, I bet the sunsets are pretty nice around here too. Where's the best place on the island to go see a beautiful sunset?
There's so many nice areas on the back of Cat Island, back on Dolphin, that overlook the deep waters, overlook toward Paris Island. On Timber Trail, there's some beautiful lots over there that look directly, at the setting suns. I don't think there's a bad place.
Okay.
To look at for a pretty sunset out here.
Well, as you speak with people here out on the patio outside the club, and you hear their stories, where are many of the residents from?
All over, really. Obviously there's a lot of former Marines that come back to Beaufort.
Oh.
And this is the Marine Mecca, which is great because there's quite a few Marines, retired Marines, things here, but they're from all over. They're from. I get calls today. I get calls from the West, the Midwest, the Northeast, of people that want to move to Beaufort, and they know that this is such a beautiful, beautiful place. They want to come to a place where they feel they're going to be safe, and they want to enjoy their time. It's a great place to really rest and live your life. Without all the hustles and bustles and the issues that some of the big cities have. This is turn your clocks back a few years and really, really enjoy.
Small town Americana.
Oh, it's Norman Rockwell every chance you get.
Well, one of the things that strikes me about the island is its location. I mentioned that it's pretty close to Beaufort, but listen, what I hear are birds and insects and other things chirping around. I don't hear any road noise. I don't hear anything, that would be a distraction away from my peace and relaxation that you mentioned. The other thing when you and I were talking about it, Tim, was that as you consider other places, Charleston's viewed as being fairly congested. Hilton Head is a multiple of that. There's a lot of growth going on in Bluffton, but this area has done its best to sort of retain the small town feel and look. So you don't have a lot of hustle and bustle here. I think that's another thing that I think is unique about Cat Island, is that you are closer in to shopping and grocery. That's all within 5 minutes. But you are removed enough to where you are on an island, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So there's not tons of development going up all around you. But, what's your perspective, Tim?
Well, I think you hit it right on the head. It's it's close to everything, but it's far from everything. All the amenities that you need, shopping and what have you, are all close by. Downtown Beaufort is just 5 minutes away. But when you get out here, you come down the winding road to get out to Cat Island, and you feel like you're a million miles away. So I think all the noise you hear would be something like that out here.
Yeah, that's the road noise.
Yeah,
a golf cart.
The road noise here is golf course maintenance carts, but they've made a beautiful, beautiful property out of our golf course. And you find yourself lost out here because it's just so quiet, so peaceful.
Oh,
You just don't, a lot of the troubles and things just kind of melt away when you're out here.
That's a wonderful feeling. Now, may I ask, would this be viewed as a golf cart community? Do people navigate the island on the golf carts, not so much cars?
They do. In the summer months, we have more parking of golf carts around the cabana at the pool than we have cars in the parking lot. And that's great.
Sure.
It's such a safe place. We have, I love to see kids on bikes. You rarely see that anymore. And I see kids riding bikes around the property and golf carts. It is a little Americana, like you said earlier.
Well, I would like to end on an example. I know you play golf with a lot of people here. Do you have a particularly interesting wildlife story that occurred while you were on the golf course?
I was out here with a fella, and his dad was visiting from Chicago, and we were out on the 15th hole, and there was an alligator laying up on the bank, which is not unusual for us, but when you're from Chicago, it was pretty unusual for him.
Right.
And all the beautiful, the birds and the trees, and the herons, and just gorgeous. And he was looking at that and he's like, I've never seen a place so beautiful as this, and we're playing golf in the middle of it.
Right.
And as he said that, a bald eagle came out of a tree, jumped, went in the water, grabbed a fish, flew away. And we all looked at that and was like, that's what we get out here. That's kind of the norm.
Well, if you're looking for that sort of retreat and resort feeling that Tim's described for you, Cat may be a place for you to consider. Tim, thank you so much for all you've done today and contributing your perspectives about Cat Island. I wish you continued success with everything.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks.